During a recent conversation with reporters from CNN, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis admitted that if Donald Trump gets convicted in her case against him, she's going for prison for him. She is not going to treat him with the same kid gloves that other courts have been treating him with. She says if Trump is convicted, she's going to go for the prison sentence against him. Here's what she said specifically. I know that in the media, and even in the world, we like instant gratification. The judicial process is a long process, and so we'll be here with the case for a while. She was then asked straight up by the CNN reporter, will Trump go to prison? And she said this, I think that everyone in society is the same, and I don't know why that's such a difficult concept for people. You can look at the charges, and based on those charges, we'll be recommending appropriate sentences. No one gets a special break because of their status. The RICO charges that Donald Trump is facing in Georgia, and that's just part of the charges he is facing, but the RICO charges carry a mandatory minimum of 5 years in prison. So if Trump is convicted, it stands to reason that Willis will request no fewer than 5 years in Georgia State Prison for Donald Trump. Now, that's where things get a little weird, right? Because Donald Trump, thanks to a law expanded by President Obama while he was president, Donald Trump is guaranteed Secret Service protection for the rest of his life, no matter what. It would take an act of Congress to strip Donald Trump of his Secret Service protection. The reason that's important is because if Trump goes to prison in Georgia, the Secret Service goes with him. Now, that's going to be weird. Like, I feel bad for any Secret Service agent that is assigned to that detail because you'll be protecting him in jail. That doesn't sound pleasant. It's not like you get to go spend the day at Mar-a-Lago making sure nobody runs up to him and like, yeah, I'm at a resort. No, you'll be in a Georgia prison. That's not going to be fun. And you will have to protect him from other prisoners. So you're not protecting him from people at a golf course. You're protecting him from people who have committed some possibly pretty serious crimes. So the logistics of putting Donald Trump in jail are, of course, kind of mind-blowing, but Fani Willis doesn't care. She's like, look, if the time comes for that, we'll figure it out. If we have to accommodate the Secret Service, we're going to figure that out too. We could put Donald Trump, obviously, it'd be like a minimum security type situation. He would likely be removed from the general population and probably only put around, people that are white collar criminals almost, I guess I would say. So he's probably not going to be in any real danger, and it's not going to be, lockdown, lights out, all that crap. But it's going to be quite the scene, man. Not going to lie. Fani Willis is being relentless in her pursuit of justice. And that's what matters. She is not treating Donald Trump like he is some kind of special person. And we've seen that from the beginning. From the mugshot all the way to a possible prison sentence, Fani Willis is handling Trump as if he were any other criminal. And that, believe it or not, is exactly how the justice system is supposed to work.